Yeah, just a quick review of the book, The Repetitive Strain Injury Handbook. This is an 8-step recovery and prevention plan. Basically, the book has about 12 chapters in it. It's divided up into a couple of major sections. So I'll go over each briefly, just to give you an idea what's in the book and see if it's for you. Part one is the 8-step recovery plan. Talks about, what is repetitive strain injury. And it goes over the steps. So step one, real briefly, is get an early diagnosis. Step two is develop your treatment plan. Three is take a deep breath. Four is walk off your repetitive stress injury. Five is create your own repetitive stress injury nutrition plan. So I thought it was kind of unique, kind of attack your injury from a nutritional aspect. Step six is practice safe and easy yoga for repetitive stress injury. Seven is follow your personal repetitive stress injury program. And eight is manage your pain. Getting to the second major part, there have special concerns is kind of the chapter there. They cover the next section. They cover three major areas. Basically, chapter 10 is like women and repetitive stress injury. 11 is ergonomics, which is kind of like your workplace environment, making it more efficient so you don't get injured, setting up your home and office. And then 11 is repetitive stress injury in your social life. So other ads, repetitive stress injury, you have a lot of pain, it can affect a lot of areas of your life. So they cover things like that. So yeah, as you can see, it's a pretty cool book. I think it's got an interesting plan, 8-step plan. Definitely something to check out if you have repetitive strain injury. Aren't that many good books really for the people who have repetitive strain injuries. One of the symptoms of having a repetitive strain injury in your hand is like a sore wrist. So this is another one I want to bring up too while we're talking about the wrist and repetitive strain injury. The sore wrist solution, because a lot of people out there with sore wrists, it's not really one solution. It's actually all these 7 of them and quick fixes that you can do. Book starts out real briefly, just like with anatomy, which is always good to know what you're dealing with, how your wrist is made up. Quick fix 1, increase the circulation. So this will get rid of your sore wrist by increasing the circulation to it. Uses a kind of a novel contrast therapy technique, which I thought was really cool. Hadn't seen that one before. Decreasing wrist pressure. If you have carpal tunnel in particular, a lot of the problems is elevated pressure in your wrist, pressing on the median nerve. So this shows you actually how to it shows you a technique to get the pressure down instantly for at least, I think, 10 to 15 minutes. Talks a little bit more about carpal tunnel. 3, relax your wrist. This will show you how to relax your wrist muscles by using a tennis ball, or you can use your other hand. A couple techniques there. This is interesting. Unload your wrist joints. So a lot of times you have a repetitive stress injury, your wrist can feel really stiff. This will show you a cool distraction technique that you can use to distract the wrist joint. When you distract the wrist joint, you're stretching it out, you're increasing the circulation to it, and you're just unloading all the small joints in your wrist. So I thought that was pretty cool. Stretch out your wrist, kind of give you a couple stretches there, make your wrist stronger, gives a couple exercises for your wrist to make everything stronger, and give your wrist some rest. Shows you the optimal rest position for your wrist. It goes a little bit about splints. So yeah, just another good resource if the wrist is your problem, repetitive strain injury. Some people have, a shoulder repetitive strain injury. But yeah, a couple great good resources. This book is pretty cool. So yeah, if you have RSI, definitely check it out. It'll get you headed in the right direction.